And the hair.
Yeah.
So is there really love at first sight?
Yes.
Absolutely? Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the process. How did you meet John and Tracy? I mean, they're from upstate New York. You're down here in Texas. How did you guys find each other?
Yeah, so I went to school in New York at the American Musical and Dramatic Academy, and you just kind of pick up on what other people are doing. And Mandy.com was, back in 2010, I guess, an acting casting website people would go to. So I guess I was probably one of the few Texas actors to be paying attention at all to that website. And as actors do, I was just filling a bunch of submissions, submitting to a bunch of stuff, and I ran across this, and I was like, it's in New York, but, you know, what the hell. So anyways, I was their first audition, their first video submission. Lorenzo was actually their last audition for the guys, and they wanted to cast me, and then they found out that I was in Austin, and they were like, oh, well, can we get you up here? And I was like, sure, for the right price.
Yes.
But yeah, so I flew up. I have to thank my husband for allowing his newlywed wife to go up and kiss a total stranger for 2 weeks.
It was a little uncomfortable sitting there, dude. I was like, she's kissing a dude.
But yeah, it was my first feature film. This was about almost 3 years ago.
I know. Long
and
process.
Yeah, super long process. So it was my first feature film. So it was just a really huge learning curve for me as far as like carrying an entire film.
That was one of my questions. Like
Yeah.
when you do a film like this and you sign on to it and there's just like 2 characters and you guys are pretty much in every scene, that's got to be intimidating.
It was long and it's very wordy. Lots of words. So a lot of memorizing. I spent a lot of hours on the elliptical just listening to my lines. And that's how I memorized them. So, yeah.
So what's your takeaway from your first film? You know, you went out there, you went to New York, you did this film, I mean, it's a lot of work. You obviously put in a lot of dialogue work, and so what did you take away from that?
It's actually pretty incredible when you look at a feature film that's shot with a 3-person crew, 1 light, and 2 GH4s on sticks. The whole film was shot on sticks, and the DP would go over, hit the record button, and stand the other one. So I don't know, I just kind of feel like it's, I don't know, to see a whole feature film shot with such a small crew, I think is really impressive.
Well, and a little background, John and his wife Tracy, who were unable to make it, husband and wife team, have submitted to the festival multiple times, have many films, and all of them super low budget. All of them.
Yeah, they just make films. That's all they do.
That's all they do, and they're like this really tiny crew, and very much like you three, like they have like this very tight-knit group of friends they work with all the time, and it's super impressive what they're able to turn out. I mean, they do an incredible amount of content, and we're really bummed. Their flights got canceled, or they would be here, and they're just a great couple. John is so dynamic and just such a big personality. He's the kind of festival guest that you love to have because he's just so passionate about what he does, and he's just a huge personality. So it really sucks that he's not here to participate, but I'm really glad that we got you.
Yeah,
Thanks
absolutely.
for coming down.
And this, I just want to point out that the story is actually based on Tracy, the DP and writer's life, or one night in her life that she remembers vividly. So that was really cool to be able to play her, and it was really intimidating at the same time because I was like,
Sure.
I mean, she's such an awesome personality, and I don't know. It was a little hard being 24 and playing a 17-year-old. But yeah, no, it was awesome to be able to play someone else. So, anyways, yeah.
Well, let's open it up to questions. Anybody have any questions?
The shot in 2 weeks?
Yes, 2 weeks up in upstate New York in the Adirondacks. Our producers have this lake house, so when we weren't shooting, we were swimming. It was pretty awesome. We all stayed in one like giant log cabin, so it was a pretty intimate crew. A lot of margaritas.
You can relate. Anybody else? So tell me about the other lead actor, Nick, that played Nick. Lorenzo?
Yeah, Lorenzo.
Lorenzo. So where is he from? Is he from New York?
He's from Miami. if
Wow.
I'm getting that right. Yeah. He actually was living in New York at the time as a working actor in New York. So he was definitely a lot closer. But it's really phenomenal to be able to work across from him, and he's just really such a nice guy. And
So this was your first film. What's some other stuff that we can see you in?
I was in Parkland as Marina Oswald, as well as a History Channel documentary as Marina Oswald again. I get typecast as Assassin's Wives, apparently. Also, there's a film that has yet to be released called Friday's Child, which I have a small...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I totally know Christian Soso, the
Oh,
producer.
also, yeah.
Amazing. No, with Ty Sheridan.
Yeah.
And awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I'm really looking forward to that.
SAG eligible finally, 6 years later.
You're eligible to pay the dues now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, that's great. Thanks, SAG. We love you.
We love you so much.
You're saving all of us. You're out of the union. Just like that.
They can take away our incentives, but they can't take away our SAG card.
That's right. They can. So tell us when the other screening is. Sunday at the Welder Center at
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, right. I'm the program director, and I don't even remember that. So are there any more questions? Any last words before we move on?
Thanks for everyone who stuck around to see it. I appreciate it.
Yes. And
Thank
so, we have Entity up next. Is that correct? With this guy right here, Holt Boggs. Horror movie. We're switching into the genre mode. So we're going to take a little break before that. And you guys, grab the bathroom, grab some food, whatever you want to do. And we'll start that film at 7:30. Sweet. Thank you
Thank you,
so
Anthony.
much.
I appreciate it.
No, thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.